What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S., part of the Media Group, presented by MFTKFoundation.com. MFTKFoundation.com is a go-to website for the nonprofit as we get ready to go into our 6th year of doing community givebacks and focusing on the communities of Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Orlando, and Tampa, and many others. It's going to be a crazy summer, filled with different things that we're going to be trying to do. Would love to get donations of time, talent, and treasure. It costs a lot. Right now, we're at 10% of our goal, meaning we've raised $10,000. Still a long way to go. Got to order supplies, have to do things. We'll be taking orders all the way up and through the camps and that. So we have a camp, we have book bag drives, food distributions, all kinds of different things. Go to mftkfoundation.com or jamescolemangivesback.com to be able to fill out and do all the different things. Went to my high school today, had some other cool stuff, but we'll get started with all of those different things. But first, we have to always start our show off the proper way with the good word of prayer, even though it's at night. Some of you guys are getting ready to you're doing your pre-gaming to make sure that you turn up. Make sure we're gonna make sure you're sanctified as you guys go and turn up.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great all the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God.
All right, we got that. No Jaden tonight. Just me and Miles going back to the to I guess not even OG days, but going back to earlier days. Man, I gotta find that guy, man. That guy's dope. But as we get started for the weekend, hope a lot of you guys are doing are gonna have fun, doing great stuff on your weekend, getting it turned up. So we got a whole bunch of people here. Got my mama and them in town. Got spring games, got coaching things I got to do, all kinds of shit. But first and foremost, let me go in here and pull up. Do you have the links from Jaden?
First up is some first team and second team of the FSU women's softball team right here.
Oh man, we got them dog. We got them who is this first team ACC or all regions? So damn, we got Kennedy. Damn, okay, Kennedy Harp. We got Issa Torres, Ashton Danley, as the Division One all region team, as we are officially a softball school. And on that second team, we got Katie Dack, we got Area 51, Michelle Edenfield, Jasani Beecham, and Jahani Kerr. What's crazy is I was where everybody who was in Tallahassee, we got to make sure Auburn have a rough night. They're staying at the 4 Point Sheridan in Tallahassee, so we can make sure that they don't leave victorious. But now, congratulations to these girls. Continue to get the accolades, all of those different things as they go into their region. Yeah, they're regional right now as they're hosting it. Hopefully they come out of that victorious, as we were saying. Getting over to the other non revenue generating sport, Olympic sport that we are. FSU is officially a golf school. We're the only school to win both the men's and women's regional titles this year. So FSU golf getting after it. We got that, man. Oh God. Is there any way? Oh jeez. Just don't
comparison to the last team.
Yeah. Are those women like related? The two in the middle? Anybody know? No, my bad. They're on the other, like that one right there, and then the other one. Skip over, like to the left. I know she's not related to the Asian. Like, look at their eyebrows.
Oh, they do got them.
They got like they got them Ernie. No, yeah, Ernie. They got Bert from Bert and Ernie. Sad day. They shutting down Sesame Street, man. The president is beefing with Sesame Street, but they shut down. But Bert and Ernie, if you remember the two men who lived together on Sesame Street, Ernie's the yellow one with the eyebrows, right. Or more importantly, if you remember, Dodgeball, was it Ivanka? That was on the. I think that was Ivanka, the one that was on the opposing team. And she had the eyebrows, and the one dude fell in love with her. They've got those eyebrows right there going on. And the one that's the best, oh man, she got a knees touch. Like I just the Asian right there. I know she's dope. But congratulations to them for winning the regional. What do the fellas look like? We got any Eldrick Woods over there? Just gotta click the over. Because I hate to just pick on the ladies. I'm not trying to do it either. It's just how it's kind of. Oh man, Jaden's look is coming over there to us. Oh, they don't give the fellas the same love. Like, we got a whole team, women's team picture, but we got like one. We got like just three. They just picture the fellas just at one of the holes. It's not as cool. It kind of just, yeah, like we don't even know what they. But what we do know is congratulations on winning it. FSU women's basketball. We have two no's. The Indiana Fever is a team that we should all bet on if you're a no, because there are two no's on the opening night roster. Michaela Timpson and Natasha Howard. So both of them are on that roster for the Indiana Fever. So shout out to NIL, No's in the league, in the WNBA. Kudos to those girls right there. Shout out to them. As we move. Dang, that's how long. I mean, man, it doesn't even feel like it's that long. I mean, right now in the state of Florida, there's high school spring ball starting. Mandarin, we have our orange and green game tomorrow. We play our spring game against Bowles High School on next Thursday. A lot of teams have played today. Atlantic Coast plays Trinity tonight. Rains played Jackson High School yesterday. But 100 days until college football. And even less days until the next college football game comes out, that hopefully you guys win and bought early again, because I know Trey made me do that. So we got that. And a lot of time, a lot of people gonna have to. A lot of lies have been told around this dinner table here tonight. So we're gonna get a chance to see who's who and what is what. And I'm just ready for it to start. I'm more excited about the NFL for the first time in a while. So that's where my energy is going to be having a focus and a shift. Unless Florida State goes 5-0, then I'm gonna talk mad shit. Listen, if they beat Alabama, there's a good shot. Like, that's why I'm like, so much is like held on that first month. It's such a momentum game. Like there's no way, there's nobody believes that like was coaching that's not trolling that was a 2-win team last year. Like I've got every coach that's come up to talk to me this spring. Hey man, how are they so bad? Like that's not a 2-win. Like I'm dead serious. Like we have had a mentor every coach from every school that you could possibly think of. Everybody asked me the same thing. Big game. How are they so? They weren't really that bad. Like what happened? What their question is what happened? And when that's the question that the guys who actually do it are saying, anything else is just like guys, you're just trolling. And to be honest with you, this isn't the way the world is designed now. It's not like how high school used to be, where you start picking on yourself and people will stop picking on you. All it does is make them want to pick on you more. So like just chill out and just kind of tell the truth about yourself. And one of those truths is right now, if everybody who's take a step back, push the like button, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube, does not matter. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you would. But going on to the next thing.
I am pop this right up here. Oh, jeez. It says Nick Saban's not sure if we need President Donald Trump for commission on college sports. Wow. Quote, first of all, I don't know a lot about the commission. Secondly, I'm not sure that we really need a commission. I think that a lot of people know exactly what the issues are in college football and exactly what we need to do to fix them. I'm not opposed to players making money. Oh, okay, there. I was wondering where he was getting at. I don't want anybody to think that. I just think the system that we are using, the way it's going right now, is not sustainable and probably not in the best interest of the student athletes across the board or the game itself. That's from
That's a bold statement made by this man. It is not no 3, it's on 3. That's an official thing.
Oh yeah.
So that was from via Paul Feinbaum, but that was in a USA Today article. But what he said on the Paul Feinbaum show, he was interviewed on that show. And I think the way he says the way it all started was when President Trump spoke at the commencement at Alabama. All my friends are saying college football is really messed up. Let's get together so we can figure out how to fix it. So that's how all this got started. But I really don't want to get into the implementation of what I would do. I think the first thing is everybody's got different state law, which creates advantages and disadvantages. And everybody is trying to create advantages. So we probably need an interstate commerce type thing, type something that gets it all there. I don't think it's in the best interest of the players to necessarily be employees. And I think authentic name, image, and likeness is good for players, but I don't think pay for play is necessarily what we want. Now, breaking this down to what was actually said, he's 100% right. And I do think that is where, and the problem that we get lost in this clickbait, really, really close type of stuff, like things is what was actually said. That's why I wanted to read when I saw it's the full article. I want to read what he wants to say. And when you have different state law, it does kind of mess up a lot of different things, which would be interesting to see if Donald Trump will make a federal law, because a lot of different things from a political standpoint are about states' rights. So, but pushing it down to state rights means that every state thinks that there's something different. So, like one state, I believe Kentucky did something that was very incredible, to where NIL deals, players don't have to pay state taxes on it. So that makes them even with the state of Florida, where you only pay federal taxes. You don't pay state income tax. I think what I really think should happen is bump all of that, is that, again, pushing it back onto the governing agency. Because I'm afraid to say this. The only way it could kind of work is if they do give the NCAA the ability to actually govern in the same manner as the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, and others. And that's with antitrust, and that's with them being able to be the end all be all when it comes to making statements. What I do think you could potentially do is you could curve this by giving an incentive to temporarily. Again, nobody likes this, right? Nobody likes to use this term, and nobody understands what slavery actually is. You can essentially make them indentured servants by giving them a fiscal reason to want to come to you to give away their rights. So how does that work? So that you can make them pseudo employees or fall under a salary cap. You're paying me $500,000 for my name, image, and likeness. You get to do whatever you want to do with my name, image, and likeness. The only way that you can participate in the NCAA is to take this check for your name, image, and likeness. And what happens is you essentially give a signing bonus to every recruit up front. Then what happens after that first year? Schools have a salary cap or whatever, or a allotted amount of funds that they can pick and choose to pay players that are already in the system. That is something that you can do to help. And what happens is now the player has a choice to delay rights as opposed to just have his rights be trampled on and not have them. I think you'll find a lot of people across the board will probably take that, especially if they know that they can go do other different things. But you can purchase my rights, or excuse me, you can purchase my name, image, and likeness. And I think that would in turn give people a little bit more control in a manner in which they want it. But I like Saban. I like reading Saban's words and clarifying them, and him saying like, whoa, I don't think we need, because again, Donald Trump coming in, I know everybody likes to think that he makes everything better, and that's your right. I just don't see how he can make this better without mucking it up more.
Oh my gosh. All right, moving on. Did you hear about the Deion Sanders moves with Netflix?
Mm-mm.
All right. Apparently, they're releasing a documentary called Primetime. I guess that's the name is right there.
Okay.
It will consist of
3 60-minute episodes. So Netflix stole this from. So Amazon Prime had a show, I thought. That would have made more sense.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, that's the name right there. All right.
I mean, good for him, man. Make as much bread as you can, man. Bring as much attention. He's bringing energy to the school. He's bringing more people, more eyes to the school. Kudos to Prom, man. You do your thing, brother. You hear that? Oh, yeah. See if it plays. All right.
Yeah, they don't say much about the show itself, though. He's talking about his 2 seasons at Colorado. So after going 27-6 at Jackson.
So this isn't about. This isn't going to be anything new.
It doesn't look like it.
On the NFL tournament. So wait a minute, because it looks like that article goes into talking about something different.
Yeah, maybe they're just talking about.
Guess what I heard? Sanders, blah 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 blah. I didn't realize they went 9-4. You would have thought they won 10 games at least. Even though I do believe that they'll be, I actually believe if he sticks with it, he could potentially be better with these other guys. Not trying to force it. Like Caden Salter is nice, the young man from Liberty, and Juju I think will be fine. Juju's a good quarterback. Yeah, that article doesn't.
It doesn't
Say
say
anything about the show.
Like, yeah, it's just
So
talking
I
about
mean,
Deion
cool.
Sanders and
Like,
stuff.
hey man, make your money, Dion. It's a lot of things that could be talked about Prime. Shoot, yeah, man.
Oh, you know I love Netflix. So.
Netflix, you got a better chance of me watching it on Netflix.
Yeah, facts. Next up, we got the running back rushing yards in the NFL by college from 1966 to 2024. I'll pop it on the screen for you right now. Boom. Let's see if I can maximize. Boom. Okay, so RB rushing yards in the NFL Super Bowl era, 1966 to 2024 by college.
Jeez. So Miami had a ton of backs there. Wow, look how fast Bama just caught up with them.
That's so fast. Let me run that back. Of course.
That's what I can't wait to really get into. And then we missed one too. We gotta go backtrack one of the Ohio State rule that they're not playing games.
Okay, I get that.
Oh wow! So USC had my guy, the juice. Did Kansas jump? Damn. Syracuse.
What was that?
Wyoming.
Kansas jumper.
Look at the U. Then Oklahoma jumps them. Then the U comes back.
Okay, 1987, 1988. 1990. Okay, now I could tell. Damn, USC.
Notre Dame. Ricky Waters during that time. Miami just jumps everybody and starts. That's Frank Gore must be playing. Yeah.
Ricky Williams. Damn.
Georgia. Bama. Damn. Miami got a good running back run.
Yeah,
that's some good stuff for them. Somebody give me is game 5 Boston and New York, or is game 6?
It is. Let me double check. This is game 6. Knicks lead 3-2.
If the Knicks don't win this, Boston's got it.
I understand. It's just I really just want New York to have that feel bad, even if they don't win the series. Just to lose this one game right here would have that city in turmoil.
Because they were lit.
Yeah, it's the best thing that happened to them since
forever.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back. You said we missed the OSU.
Yeah.
Okay. New Ohio State representative has presented a bill to prevent Ohio State games from being scheduled at noon. This bill will prevent games from the beginning before 3:30 when a state university is involved, except for Michigan.
The reason why this is a big deal is the Big Ten, which is Ohio State's a big part of, literally has their version of game day. And it's like big noon kick. So they make a big deal about noon kickoffs. So like that would effectively take one of the Big Ten's biggest brands, more marketable brands, and effectively eliminate them from that, except for one game. And because traditionally the Michigan game is played on that day, which just is BS. And then like Look at this mess. They got that they don't want you to read the article.
Oh, that's crazy. So, do they have the power to do this?
Yeah. Yeah. Like they do power to do basically anything. It's a hefty price you'd pay for breaking this proposed law, too. According to the bill, violating the law would incur a $10 million fine against the host team's conference or the television network, depending on who scheduled the game. On top of that, no state university would be allowed to associate with the NCAA, a conference, or a network that may compel a school to schedule a noon kickoff. There's some trickle down impact that comes to the bill. While the focus appears to be Ohio State and Fox Noon kickoff, there are other state schools that play FBS football. More specifically, there are several MAC schools that would need to address these changes and would have less financial flexibility to manage a fine. Plenty of fans don't want noon kicks. It gives less time in the morning to tailgate. It often lacks the same feel as a game in prime time. At the same time, for many Big Ten schools, it keeps the temperature a little bit warmer. The Big Ten has a media deal with Fox, which runs Big Noon Kick to put primetime quality games up earlier in the day and avoid the SEC game at 3:30 p.m. Whatever games are being played in primetime. The media deal is reportedly worth more than $7 billion, which does more than enough to make up for the noon kicks. Ohio State does end up on there very frequently throughout the season. The Buckeyes had 7 games kick off at noon. That is a lot. That included a run of 6 straight games to end the season. 4 of those were big noon kickoffs. Of the 7 noon games, 5 were at home and would have to be moved if the bill was passed. It remains to be seen if the bill gains traction. However, it's not unheard of for this kind of bill. April, Louisiana lawmaker introduced a bill to only schedule LSU September games. Law already exists in Arizona. So people, I guess there are different things that happen with this. I think people have found a way. Like people talk about the kids of this generation, the adults of this generation have found a way to bitch about everything. I played in noon games. Damn near every Miami game except for my final 2, which were purely about money, went from noon games. Miami is so the first Miami game I went to, it was so hot and so bright, I got an instant tan. Like when I walked out, bing, like it just a tint of brown hit my skin. Like that's how hot and how bright it was. You know what it was also? Sold the fuck out. Everybody was there. Everybody was this. When I went to the Philadelphia Eagles game, right? First flight. The kickoff was at 3:30. I knew I was going to fly there, fly in and fly out. They tailgated. They had been tailgating since 8 a.m. People tailgate at NFL games. When most NFL games are played? 1 p.m. Huge tailgate cultures in the NFL. You know who has where they get a lot of their people from? The Midwest. You think the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns fans give a fuck about their games being played at 1 o'clock? But guess what they're doing? They're tailgating. Same thing with Kansas City. Like they got a great little culture. Pittsburgh, great little culture. The only place that doesn't have a good tailgate culture when it comes to terms of this is the South. When it comes to their pro teams. But that's just me saying me. Carolina has a good tailgate culture. They have the Tills. Whoa, damn, I forgot what she called them. They call them the hooligans. That's what they call. The Jags are trying to get with the Bowl City Brigade. Bruh, like either you like fucking football and tailgate. Tailgating is a culture. Like we're gonna tailgate for the 1 p.m. Jazz game, 11 to 12. Well, probably 10 to 12. We'll have brunch. Brunch culture is big now. There's this whole thing. Have you seen it's these old guys. They said, man, you can make breakfast on a grill. Breakfast on a grill? Breakfast on a grill. Yeah, you lying. You can't make no. I'm talking about eggs. I'm talking about biscuits. I'm talking about grits. I make the best grits. But grits on a grill. You can't make no damn breakfast on a grill. Dog, you can make breakfast on a grill. You just got to find a way. Like either you want to go to the games or you don't. And that's just the truth. It's hot as fuck at Jacksonville at 1 o'clock games. Don't know how they do it. I know one thing. My son makes good grades. I told him if it comes down to like, oh, your class, whoever makes the best grades gets to go to the honor roll section of the Jazz games, make a C. We don't want to be in the honor roll. They sit you right next to the devil. Like you can't tell me as hot as the sun is, you can't tell me the devil's under the earth. But we're gonna have again, week 1, Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars. We got breakfast on the grill. Breakfast on the grill. So we'll talk about more of this shit because we got the Jags reveal, but I just think a lot of people really are crying and complaining about shit that doesn't even make sense. Matter of fact, I believe it was my sophomore year. We played Miami at noon, pouring in a damn tsunami, and it was hot, pouring down rain, and nobody cried and nobody complained. But now all I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize. That's all I hear about games and kickoffs. But whatever.
All right. So, have you been able to check out any of these new schedule release videos?
Yes, but I want to make sure people realize this. We broke the news of the first game and the Monday Night Football game.
Oh, that is true. That's true.
And just saying, we did that. And I did promise y'all a show, a scheduled show, but yeah, that shit ain't work out. I'll get on there eventually with me and Big Sarge, but that your boy was tired. So we'll get that going.
So this is famous fitness influencer Ashton. Jeez, I just lost.
It's not Ashton Genty.
I know, right? It's Ashton Hall. Sorry.
Yeah, this
Ashton
but from.
Yeah, I just found that out. I did not know he was
First Coast High School.
Yeah, Duval.
Has some decent highlights.
Oh, really?
High school highlights. Went to when you know the stuff that you learn about him, it all makes sense. He went to an HBCU.
Really?
Once I realized he went to an HBCU, like how only HBCU people are not all of them, but you notice oh, they're well put together, everything matches and details and this. It's got a white girl, but that's not the point. He looks tall because of the camera angles, but he's like 5'8".
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not very tall.
You know, I'm into the fitness stuff.
But he's shredded though.
Over. I didn't know he was from Jacksonville. That's really cool.
He got famous because of everything that he's doing all match his videos that really blew up about a month and a half ago. And kudos to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So what people don't realize is this has become a big thing over the last couple of years, the schedule release.
Yeah.
They kind of do it with college a couple years ago. They didn't do it now, but they'll have something that matches each team that they play. So it kind of relates to it. Like the 13-year-old Duke put crab legs for FSU. And so I thought that was kind of funny and yeah, whatever. The one cool one was the Buffalo Bills one. I don't know if we have that in there, but we got to look that one up because they said they used AI to make their schedule. And it was kind of cool.
I got a couple of them up there in the top 7 according to Yahoo. But yeah, I have a couple. I'll look for that.
All right. Well, let's watch my guy. I'm not finna put bananas on my face. I am jealous, but the arms are arming right here. Good night. The man is Diesel. I don't know. They're trying to get you to buy tickets. But if we get to 10,000 subs, you guys can I'll do this video and get you tickets to a Jags game. But let's check this out. What is it? And the time, none of the times match up or make sense either. That water. He held his breath for 5 minutes and wasted good ice. where he's racing like a Jeep.
I have seen some of the running videos. Actually running.
So nice. I like the pin.
Chargers.
I think so. And now you can just go ahead and put that schedule up. That shows the schedule right here. But shout out to you, milk that 10 seconds of fame or 15 minutes of fame. Like I love this for him.
It was a little weak comparatively.
I think it could have been better.
It's not his fault at all. I'm glad they used it.
Well, it's their fault. They really dumbed it down. But like they could have I like the fact that they're giving him some money.
Yeah.
In his pockets, and they're leveraging someone else's little quick fame. Maybe find a new Jaguar fan. But let's go over this Jag schedule real quick, if you know, before we get into the other stuff, and just see how these things go. Preseason week 1, we host one preseason game against the Steelers. We got NOLA on the road. Oh, we got a preseason game against Miami. Kind of want to check that out because I know we do those on Thursdays. So, shucks. Yeah, no, those will be in August. So yeah, I'll be able to do that. Week 1 against Carolina tailgate. 9-7. That'll be that should be I'm gonna go ahead and put a W with that one. Go to Cincinnati. I don't know. We beating Houston at home. That gives me 2. San Francisco, breaking news. Did you see they just paid Purdy? Shout out to my boy Denny Thompson. Purdy's getting $53 a year.
Damn.
That's a lot of bread. Jags are 2-2. KC, Monday Night Football. Jags are 2-3. Seattle Seahawks, Jags are 3-3. The Blokes, we're beating the Rams. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Jags are 3-4, but we're excited. We're doing something crazy, something that you only heard on Den Media Group that we've been saying it. Here is how you judge if you're having fun during the football season. For most of my time in Jacksonville, once we hit November, do you know what we're talking about? Draft picks. The most important thing that we can get out of the football season is to not be talking about the NFL draft and playing meaningful games in November. If we are 3-4, we are playing meaningful games in November. Then we play the Las Vegas Raiders. We are whooping that ass. We are 4-4. We play Houston. I'm going to say we're 4-5. We play the Chargers at home. We're 5-5. We play Arizona, 6-5. We play the mayonnaise people. We are 7-5. Oh my fucking God. The city is lit. We don't know how to act. Crab boils. The crabs are terrified. All the crabs getting ate. Crab boils everywhere. Like, it's crazy. It's anarchy. It's pandemonium. We're playing meaningful games in December. Nobody cares about tariffs. Everybody's spending money. The city is lit. Because you know what we're doing? We're smacking the Anthony Richardsons. And then we're smacking the New York Jets. Now we're at 9 games. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's the Jacksonville 95ers. Then we play both Cephas and them at home, and we lose. We play, and so that gets us to 9. That gets us to 9-6. We play The Indiana, we play the Anthony Richardsons again and say bump that. We are taking Burns Steakhouse. Burns Cigar Lounge. We eating all the good steaks. This is our house. We eat all the shrimp cocktail. This is where we live at. And the Jags have won 10 games. I've changed my mind. It all depends on the layout of the schedule.
Yeah, that second half looks pretty favorable.
Like when I'm looking at this, I'm the only teams that I don't think we match up well with either their offense is just exponentially better than us and our defense, or their defense is just better than ours, is Cincinnati. I'll say a Houston game, San Fran, but they're not as intimidating on offense anymore. Kansas City. And if we're being honest, we've beaten the Chargers with fucking less.
Right. The Chargers are in a similar situation to us with their quarterback.
Yeah, like he's never won a game that mattered. All I'm saying is when you look at this schedule, Cam Ward might not be the starting quarterback. He's got to beat out the guy that makes mayonnaise eau de toilette commercials and eats bananas backwards.
I forgot about that.
Like he just put the bananas backwards with he eats uncircumcised bananas. Like who does that? A psychopath. A psychopath that cannot throw the football. It's not even so much that Cam Ward isn't going to make them better. It's that they don't have anything else in Tennessee. That's the problem. Like Cam Ward's got a lot of shit that he's got to overcome. And I'm all about this. Don't take my joy. I gotta have joy somewhere. Right now, my joy is very speculative about my alma mater. Right now, I could get jiggy with this. Like, pull it back up. I want to know what games I'm going. I gotta set my schedule up. Gotta get flight plans here. Like, I'm gonna tell you this much right now because we went to Vegas last year though. Why we gotta go to Vegas twice? 4-5 game. Man, we're only in London for a week, as opposed to we've been like going to Europe 2 weeks in a row. What are we doing that week? What's going on? Let me look at my schedule real quick. I don't want to be like Chris Brown. You said Chris Brown is being held in jail until the 13th. Because he hit somebody with a bottle in the club.
Just whatever.
Yeah, man. I'm breezy. I'm trying to root for you, dog. It's a lot. It's a lot going on with black celebrities in the news, dog. Like we got.
I don't feel nothing.
Yeah, I don't know any of these guys. They all could be terrible people, but you just like even if you don't really have anything going on, you got to sat your ass down somewhere right now.
Stay with it.
Yeah, like we know you. We know, dog. We know you light skin. We know you with the shits. But damn. All right, let me see here. So Florida State. Okay, Florida State plays Stanford that week. I'm convinced I'm not going to Stanford. So that's the 19th. So, all right, now all I got to do is see the Mandarin Mustangs have. We haven't done our official schedule release yet, which we should. I mean, it's the same schedule. Oh yeah, we have. Oh no, we have. No, wait a minute. What game? What day is that? Oh, that's okay. That's 10-19. We know our IMG game is 9-19. So let me see if that's all right. Basically, we got the same schedule we had last year. So let me see. I don't know why it ain't up yet. All right. Do we have a bye week that week? Because we played Fletcher, but we weren't supposed to play Fletcher. All right. I might be gone. I might try to go over there. But Carolina, I don't have any interest in going to Cincinnati. Don't want to go to San Francisco until it's time to play the Super Bowl. Um, right now, so Houston's the only game. Houston or Arizona might be kind of cool, and I do like Indianapolis, but that's too close to Christmas. All right, man. Like I could take two of these games. Houston was so much fun though. Like Houston was dope. We played them on the 9th. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So okay, so who does FSU play around that time? Like this is exciting, though. I'm geeked about this season. Yeah, FSU plays Clemson. I'm damn sure not going to that game. Maybe is this the year that Trevor Lawrence does something?
I need to hit a couple million again.
Because I'm just saying again, like let's talk about this as a family. Carolina, I like that. Cincinnati, not so much. I think we're gonna split the Houston series, so I'm taking Houston. I don't know if we beat. I'm not saying we can't beat them. I just don't know if we do beat them. So I'm going 2-2. I think San Francisco got us. I know for a fact we're not beating that light skinned devil, and Patrick Mahomes on Monday Night Football. But it's gonna be fun. So now we're 2-3. We beating the Seattle Seahawks. That's 3-3. I don't think we be versing them. That's 3-4. We beating the fuck out of Vegas. That's 4-4. Houston's gonna beat us at home. We're 4-5. We're beating the Chargers, beating Arizona, beating Tennessee. Woo, bro! Don't let us go on a 5-game streak. Do not let the Jags go on a 5-game streak. Yo, and that's coming off the bye.
Right.
So that's very doable. So that's 9-5. Both Cephas beats us. We're 9-6. Beating, and then we only got to win 2 games to guarantee a playoff spot. Hell yeah. Matter of fact, I'm putting the money on the Jags now. Jags winning the division. Hosting playoff football. Then traveling back to Kansas City. Hopefully getting some snow again, like I did last year. But you know what? I'm prepared. I got coats. So I'm good. I'm ready. Got coats. I'm happy about the season. All right. So what other schedule reveals do we have? And people talking good.
We're gonna start off with I don't know, are they our rivals? The way we be talking about the Chargers, those playoff games, seems there's some sort of connection. But the Chargers got theirs coming off first. Ooh, this looks kind of cool. Now I can really see how good ours were
compared to others.
Yeah. Gosh damn, James.
I know they got the movie.
Minecraft's like one of the biggest games ever.
But why does it look like okay, that looks better. I'm saying, why does it look pixelated like it was something that that I would play when I was a kid?
Biggest games in the world ever. This is fire.
Yeah. Okay, the Jags are just fucking lazy.
That's what I'm saying, bruh.
Fuck our graphic team, man.
The Broncos Week 3, come on, bruh. They're riding Minecraft horses. I know if you don't play Minecraft, you might not get a lot of this, but you can.
But it doesn't matter. Like this still looks cool.
Yeah.
Tennessee. Oh no, Giants. Did they have Jameis? Did you see they had a poster of Jameis? Dan Marina.
That's right.
Mike McDaniel.
This is all doable.
This is Monday night. This isn't another team. This is the NFL doing this.
Oh, is that what it
Oh
is?
yeah, this isn't the Chargers Monday. Okay, this is they better. So I'm going to give the Jags. This is very good though.
Yeah, this is let's go check another one. Should we really make our schedule release video on Minecraft? Okay, it might be the Chargers though. Let's see if I actually see a schedule. Yeah.
Those are all. No, that is all theirs.
Nah.
Damn, I mean
Damn,
Monday
how
Night
much they
Football
paying
games they
you?
got.
That's a 10 out of 10.
See, and they went and got some cats, some real them some real. They gave them some love.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. It
Probably
got
gave them a
people
little bit of
to
bread,
want it. Yeah.
and then now they getting like,
Man, kudos. Y'all won't beat us, but good look on y'all.
yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
I'm a little upset about that.
So is there other like is there like an app you can download or something to maybe do this for you? Because like it looks like the Colts have their version of it.
It says the Indianapolis Colts did the exact same thing, then deleted it as best as they could.
Damn,
I
nah.
guess they see. I'm guessing the Chargers was better. Let's get a quick
Let's look
peek.
what the Colts said. Okay, is that how the schedule with the things out?
Yeah, but imagine if you were the Colts and you just see this Chargers.
I get it. They arrested Tyreek Hill.
Oh, hold on. Can I bring that back?
Yes.
I missed that. That's funny. Oh my god. That's crazy.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay, there's one already now.
This isn't really the mayonnaise drinking. You know what they say about this is somebody else made this. This isn't really theirs. You know what they say about Nashville is like the that what do you call it? Bridal shower capital of the world. Not bridal shower, like honey, like not honey. What do men do? Bachelorette party capital of the world.
Where is?
Nashville, Tennessee. So
Really?
they played the Titans and they showed the ladies in the party
Yeah.
bus and throwing up. So like
That's pretty
this one
cool.
was just somebody who had some time on their hands.
I think it's them because they said they had to take it down after seeing Tyreek Hill, I'm imagining.
No, like that's not the worst. The other things, I mean, I guess scroll down. So the Jets have one too.
Yeah.
Somebody's just playing around with this shit.
We had a Minecraft video ready, but decided to change it last minute. Oh, wow.
Damn.
That is so cool.
This is incredibly detailed.
Right. This is one guy, bro.
then it goes back to the.
Oh, that's clean. Ours
Ours
garbage.
sucks.
Yeah, I'm so
God,
depressed.
you know what?
I'm
That's
so depressed.
this is
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Go to the Bills. Like just it's like the Bills
They
one
gotta
was
be on
funny.
this list.
The Bills one was closer to ours.
Mario Kart.
Man,
Is that what is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Washington Commanders. That is Roller Coaster Tycoon. Everybody's okay. Video games and anime is popular. So.
yeah, just play the Bills one. This was pretty. It
There
was
we go.
fun.
Okay.
Theirs was at least kind of funner. The acting is just bad, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. And I like that. He just goes. And he's from.
Oh.
What about the Eagles?
And
That's
he's from like
funny.
the DC area too. No, Virginia. So you know
Oh,
he's
that's
not gonna
right.
like. But I like this because it was a play on.
Yeah,
Like
the
if you're
AI.
dealing with an old person, like, hey, why
Exactly.
you want me to use Allen Iverson? Okay, well, everybody else is doing it. Yeah, man.
That was funny.
But
Yeah,
ours suck compared to everybody
yeah.
else's. Damn,
Everybody got the cool video
that's
games.
depressing, man. It's depressing.
That's
All this technology, and that's what we came up with. This is why fans get mad. Damn. You got booted out?
I know.
We got Tyreek Hill. Oh no, that's what we were just talking about. Strength of schedules. No wonder I feel so strongly about the Jaguars schedule. They have the strength of schedule based on total win percentile of 2024 opponents. The New York Giants have the worst. Like they need somebody needs to do that whole thing where they have Jesus with the Giants fan with a helmet on. Why do you give me all your toughest battles? How are you still alive? Is what God would be telling them. Followed closely by the Bears. The NFL believes that the Bears don't deserve anything. The Detroit Lions have the third strongest schedule. The Philadelphia Eagles, I think, is more so based upon their division is really good. Dallas Cowboys followed after that. The Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, and they play most of their games away. The Washington Commanders, Baltimore Ravens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. The Jags have the 24th hardest schedule, or one could say the 8th easiest schedule in the NFL. So I'm with that. We're tied with the Bills for that, just a shot easier than just a shot harder than the Colts. Most of the teams in the AFC South have have some of the easiest schedules in comparison. The Titans have the 4th easiest schedule. The Colts have the 8th. Oh, my bad. The Jags have the 9th easiest schedule. The Colts have the 8th easiest schedule. Jags have the 9th, and the Texans are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have the 15th. The Texans have the hardest schedule in the entire AFC South. So that all comes into play when you're dealing with all these different things. So, you know who has the easiest schedule in the NFL? The San Francisco Treats, with the new $53 million man. That is just funny. Typically, it's supposed to be the team with the easiest. I mean, with the team that wins the Super Bowl, which would be the Eagles, should have the hardest, and the Chiefs should be up there as well. But the cool thing about the NFL is that there's a lot of parity, and it kind of just is what it is. So you got to play the games. So we shall see what goes on with that.
More Bills talk.
Yeah, what did he say? Got the Bills, our favorite with the favorite in all 17 games. I'll be honest with you. They're going to lose one every week. I'll pick against them just to get some bread. I'm not going to pick a lot, but I'm going to pick against them. Sunday night football or the full third. We have the Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and Monday night football schedules. Which one is this? So September 8th. So this would be the Sunday night football schedule. You have the Vikings versus the Bears. Week 1, week 2, you have a doubleheader. You have the Bucks versus the Texans. You have the Chargers versus the Raiders. Week 3, you have the Lions versus the Ravens. Another doubleheader. Week 4, the Jets and the Dolphins versus the Bengals and the Broncos. Week 5 is us here in Jacksonville, the Chiefs and the Jags. I'm gonna be working a lot that day. That's also the same weekend that Florida State plays the University of Miami. October 13th, week 6 is a doubleheader. You have the Bills versus the Falcons, and you have the Bears again playing the Washington Commanders. And Washington, October 20th, you have the Buccaneers on again. Week 7 versus the Detroit Lions with the doubleheader with the Texans versus the Seahawks. Week 8, you have the Commanders versus the Chiefs. So the Commanders get to play 2 times. You have week 9, you have the Cardinals versus the Cowboys. Week 10, Eagles versus the Pat. Week 11, Cowboys again versus the Raiders. Week 12, you have the Panthers versus the 49ers. Week 13, you have the Giants versus the Patriots. Week 14, the Eagles coming in again, playing the Chargers. The next week, we have the Dolphins versus the Steelers. You have the 49ers versus the Colts. You have the Rams versus the Falcons again. And then January 3rd, which is everybody's kind of up in the air right now, you have a double header. If the Jags are in playoff contention, watch the Jags get Monday Night Football. My bad. Those were Monday Night Football games. I apologize. The Sunday Night Football games, I don't like that week 18. Week 18, everybody's to be to be determined. Thursday Night Football, Christmas is on a Thursday, so the Christmas game will be the Broncos versus the Chiefs. Okay, they're not doing Thursday Night Football. They're doing Black Friday football. That'll be the Bears versus the Eagles. A lot of good teams in prime time. The only sorry team that's not in prime time is the Bears. Did you see that? I think week 1 is going to be played on YouTube or YouTube TV. The first game in its entirety that'll be completely free. So, like, it's wild.
That's going to change things for the future. They're trying to look ahead. If things are stuck on YouTube, that's access for most children and teenagers. That's what they watch.
Yeah, people keep telling me all the views are, man. Streaming is where it's at. Most people watch things from their phone.
Yeah,
like was with the boys with a hotel room. Not one person touched the TV. It was the tablet and the phone. Tablet and the phone, man. And if they're watching their TV, they're probably watching YouTube or streaming something live. So,
all right. Next up, we got.
Oh, we did the Christmas schedule. Lefty QBs.
Okay.
Tua versus Penix. First game between two left-handed quarterbacks since Michael Vick and Chris Sims back in 2006. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy that it happened that while. NFL resolution for the 2028 Flag Football Olympics. A resolution about whether NFL players can participate in Olympic football will be under consideration at next week's league meeting in Minneapolis. This is the resolution that was sent Wednesday to all NFL teams. Oh man, they got that Old Testament language. Why you pull it up? Whereas the membership is committed to supporting the growth of flag football both domestically and internationally, and whereas the membership believes that the participation by NFL players in flag football during the 2028 Olympics in LA will support growth and advance several league interests, including increasing fan and public interest in flag football, expanding the global reach of the NFL, and providing greater opportunities of fan engagement and for our league partners. Be it resolved that the Management Council is authorized to negotiate appropriate arrangements with the NFLPA and in conjunction with the NFL communities with national governing bodies and Olympic authorities to implement rules governing NFL player participation in flag football during the 2028 Olympics, including permitting players under the NFL contract to try out for the team, limiting NFL players' participation to no more than one NFL player from a roster of each NFL club for each team participating in the 2028 Olympics, in addition to permitting each NFL club's designated international player to play for his country, providing appropriate injury protection and salary cap credit for any player who is injured while playing the game, an agreement that the Olympic flag football teams will implement certain minimum standards for medical staff and field services, a schedule for flag football games and related events in such a way that does not unreasonably conflict with NFL players, league, and club commitments. Effect and reasoning to establish rules governing NFL player participation in 2028 Olympic flag football games to address injury risk. So they have to vote on that. And the reality is, does anybody know when the Olympics is? Typically had late July, early August. Do we know what typically happens when what happens in late July, early August? NFL preseason, NFL training camp. That shit ain't happening. Leave this to other people.
Next on the list we got here is your boy's trending, or our boy's trending.
Yes.
Many people around the NFL think that Saints could sign Jameis Winston if he is the odd man out.
Just sign him. Just go and get him. Should have never let him go. He lives in New Orleans. You need a quarterback, man. He's not going to hit you over the head.
Right.
He already kind of has an idea of what man, just why do people not want to give James? Okay, he threw a lot of interception. Yes, he prayed that the Lord would deliver him from pick sixes. He also throws a lot of touchdowns. He just gets bored.
Many of people like him.
He's spectrum. But we love that he's spectrum. Give Jameis a chance. Damn, there's so many other cool. Everybody did a better job than the Jags did on the schedule release, man. Oh man.
All right. Says the Jordan brand has officially signed. You want to say this name for me?
Tetris McMillan. Carolina Panthers own. Shout out to him. All my Christian friends should love this guy because he was praising the Lord during his draft party. Yeah, like praise and worship. Good stuff for him. Dope. And just again, bringing it back to the Bangam guy who we would just never entertain signing for any reason, but always takes it out on us when we play him. Derrick Henry and the Baltimore Ravens reached an agreement today for a 2-year, $30 million extension that includes $25 million fully guaranteed over the next 2 seasons, per Todd France of Athletes First. It is the largest deal in the NFL history for a running back over 30 years old.
Damn. Worth it.
Well worth it. He is not slowing down. He is abusing DBs. It is great.
When you compare it to some of these other guys that we know for being Iron Man in the leagues in different sports, even LeBron and Tom Brady, like how impressive is it that he's doing it as a running back?
Even more impressive because he's been physical with it and he's been running the ball fucking hard his entire career.
Yeah.
Like what Bobby Ramsey did to him could be considered child abuse at Yulee when he was in high school. Like it's just unreal. It's not fair. But didn't he do it in college? Like, I mean, he walked so Ashton Genty could run. So good for Derrick. There's a video or picture. I think it's a video or it's a picture of Derrick and like 4 other kids training in my gym, and Derrick looked grown then.
You still have it?
Yeah, I got it somewhere. Like it's like it's an amazing video. Like I'm just like, wow, I trained some cats.
Yeah, like you got a little tree under you, especially now if you count some of those Mandarin guys.
Oh man, yeah. Listen, dude, like some of these cats is just it's crazy. So, but kudos to Derrick doing what he's doing. Got another segment now that I'm getting hungry, and I really enjoyed this Spanish dish right here. We had one. It's not Gordo's. What was the name? Mambo's made a paella, and it used to be open right by the news station. I would go not news station, radio station. I would go get one. It's basically seafood rice, but with Spanish seafood rice, but with the yellow rice and veggies and shit that Spanish people be doing. So let's listen to what this guy says, what his version of paella on this BS or bussin' segment right here. I thought it's paella. It's a pescatore. You can keep the calamari. I'm good with everything else on there. I just don't like calamari.
I can do it.
The shrimp's good. The mussels are good. Yeah. Oh, there's no sound. Oh, you don't need it. You don't even need to know what this guy said. Just look at it. The plate smells itself. Like it smells delicious. Like it looks like it smells delicious. But the only thing they can keep on there is they can keep the calamari. I don't need that. It's too chewy. I don't know where is that. Where is that at? So this is South Dallas Food is who posted it. He put paella, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that is, but that looks delicious. So, yeah, I'm with that.
Okay, on to some next news. As you always say, accountability is like vegetables to certain people.
There's not even certain people. Just older women don't like vegetables and accountability.
50-year-old Larsa Pippen admits dating her son's teammate Malik Beasley while he was married was a mistake and blames COVID. Oh my gosh, and blames COVID for it. I had COVID. I had COVID brain. I was stuck in my house and he was there. See, I can't. I just won't.
COVID made me do it. COVID made me a hoe.
You remember the South Park episode when all the celebrity men were getting in trouble for cheating on their wives and they said they were addicted to sex? And he's like, it's not my fault. I have a sex addiction.
You have to say you have an addiction.
Yeah.
Like, real talk, I would believe her based on some of the things that she said. Like, she said she had to have sex like 4 or 5 times a day. Like, that thing is.
She might be the first person I actually believe.
That thing is a hallway, bro. It's like throwing a hot dog, empty hot dog.
But having a sex addiction is like having
It's not even
addiction to water. It's just
like I drink too much water. I don't.
We all like it.
So we haven't talked about this, and I don't want to talk about this like in too much detail because I'm confusion on this thing. And whatever they say he did that shit. Like, I don't think he should be walking free amongst normal people. And that's Sean Combs. He did something.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Like, now, the problem is, I don't think he did what they're accusing him of on trial.
Maybe not everything.
No, what I'm saying, I don't think he's sex trafficked.
Oh.
If you want to tell me he domestically abused Cassie, there's video for that.
You're right.
He did that shit. Everything you say he did to Cassie, I believe he did that shit. If somebody else comes out with something, he did that shit. You tell me he killed Pac, he did that shit. You tell me he killed Biggie, he did that shit. You tell me he led the crucifixion of Christ, he did that shit. Whatever you want to, he killed Jimmy Hoffa, he did that shit. Whatever you want to put on, he did it. But I haven't followed it. I just read little clips. And the clips disturb me. And it makes me think things like, like I saw some Plies put up. And, we all, when we get to doing adult things, right? We want to feel like, man, I'm doing this and there's a vulnerability that comes with engaging in that act, especially when you do something that's a little more freakier than normal. And sometimes you feel good about it and you're like, oh man, I can't believe she did that, and boom, blah, 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 blah. But listening to this, I thought maybe I was a freak. I thought I got down. I'm a prude. I am a prude, brother. Like, I did. Oh my! And one of my women friends that I came up with, and I started to call her ass out, and she called me out. Like we don't know that, we almost both got, not me and her, but like she almost got kicked out of the Thurgood Marshall Achievers because she wasn't supposed to be in the boys' room.
Damn,
freaky ass. Gonna say how me and my boy Collier were talking. And I just said, hey, man, as Cassie's husband's got to be looking at her sideways.
Oh, man.
Because they're not just talking about, they're asking her questions about what she did, but they're asking her to read the text messages. And then the male prostitute came out.
What is the Ben Affleck and everybody who messes with J-Lo thinking?
Nah, bro. But I don't know. Oh, well, that's right. Because again, Ben Affleck's cold. He's out. He's out of there. Because we know he doesn't. He's a peer. Puffy. That's what Puffy does. Is he pees. So if your girl dated Puffy, dog, you now know there's a high probability. Like JT talked about it, but like the male prostitute said, I had to correct her because she corrected me. This is what he said. Cassie corrected me and said I wasn't peeing on her right. And I just stated like, yo, maybe people like this, but like, I don't like if I find out that my girl had to gargle pee fresh from the source, I'm probably gonna just end it. Like, I'm just sorry. Like, or she's got kids now. Like, you got to find out that your mom, people say, do you kiss your mom with that mom? They say shit like that. And it's kind of like, yo.
It's hard.
It's hard. Like, it's just, wow.
She's a victim, but.
No. She's a victim of domestic violence.
Right.
Should he have hit her or threatened to hit her with a cast iron skillet with eggs in it? Absolutely not. She was a willing participant. She asked for some of these things. And I've heard people say, well, you don't know her mindset, right? You're right. I don't. But she said, I want to get your BB. Like, when is she lying and when is she not? When is it Stockholm syndrome? And when is it she just a freak? And there's nothing wrong with being a freak. Right. She liked that shit. And I just think we need to stop that. Like that, it's a wild thing. But I will say the only time I felt empathy for Puffy.
Never.
I sent you the text message, dog. Like the lady said she was in. I gotta read it because if y'all haven't seen it, y'all, I was offended for Puff. I had to send it to some people, like, and they break it down. AUSA, August 2018. What happened? Oh, this was wait a minute. Oh, my bad. Cassie said this. No. Hold on. I must be confused. Okay, yeah, that's not the one that I was talking about. Okay, okay. I thought I sent y'all. All right, I didn't take that one up. That's the one where she said, the one I sent y'all was when she said that she got graped, and then but then she like consented like the next day. All right, here it is right here. 50 Cent got a hold of this, and this is what's crazy. Defendant Combs released plaintiff Jane Doe's neck and then held her arm down while using her other hand to swiftly unbuckle himself before pulling out his erect member, which appeared to be the length and girth of a large Tootsie Roll.
Well, hold on. Why is that relevant evidence, Your Honor? I object.
That's what I'm saying. I would have stood up. Objection. Strike it from the record. She's lying.
There is no.
Yeah. Yo, go up. No, it's in your book bag.
I checked in there.
Then you gotta have to wait. Go find one of the million other charges we have. Daddy's working. Plaintiff Jane Doe recalls. This is the part that hurt, where I empathize with him. Kai, close the door. When she recalls feeling relieved when she saw it because she knew it wouldn't hurt as much due to the lack of length and girth. And she said she thought it was an itty bitty ditty.
Billionaire with a tiny penis. Yep.
It makes all the sense in the world. But yo, I was like, hey, man.
Ditty is crazy.
Hey, man. Yo, y'all wild for that. Y'all wild for that. And then,
I mean, he did it. Like, he physically assaulted her at that point.
That's no, he did. And if he's on trial for rape,
right?
I believe he did it.
Right.
But he's not on trial for that. He's on trial for sex trafficking. And I have yet to hear a sex trafficking thing that's gone viral or something like that. Yeah. Anybody's posted. We are, if there was a trial or a crime for just being an overall shitty person, he's guilty. But damn. Like, I'm telling you, dog, like, the one thing, like, and I see, like, the memes, like, you can tell a lot about a man by the way he responds to the DDG, the Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez thing, or the Puffy thing. And I'm just like, bro, all I'm hearing is women lie a lot. And they're saying that they'll say whatever to get this. I'm like, all I know is nobody ever comes out and says these bad things when people are like when you're together, you only hear about these bad things when they're not. And I'm like, yo, like when are you telling me the truth though? Like, when am I supposed to believe you? Like, I don't know when I'm supposed to, because if I'm abusive when you leave me, was I really good? Like, when, because that's the one thing I'm hearing all the women say. Like, I just need to, how do we know if you're telling the truth in that moment or you're just placating us?
I stay out of rich people business.
That part. Now I'm saying like, this is rich people stuff.
Yeah.
And what I think the Reverend T.K. Kirkland once said, don't place yourself in my stories. Like, that's not you. Don't get offended. But like, with a lot of women are placing themselves in these stories when you didn't have a puffy.
Right.
But like, because this is the one thing that women will always tell men when it comes to cheating. Why not just leave?
Yeah.
Like, well, I did like her. I just want to hurt. Well, why not just leave? But you can have your ass is physically getting whipped, and you won't leave. So obviously, we know things are not that easy. Which I'm like, but I'm just sitting here like, I'm like, but when I'm thinking about, like, again, you can say whatever, because a lot of the stuff she literally was cheating on him with men that she was with. The husband she has now, he was on FaceTime with her a couple times when she was cheating on him, having sex with Buffy.
Wow. Wildly.
So what I'm saying is, Stockholm syndrome, I get it, but like, come on, some of this shit. And her thing, we were together for 10 years. There was love. There was this. She said that one time he raped her, but then like the next day they had consensual sex. That is fucking confusing. How on Monday there is way too many parameters. This is when I tell people, this is why I don't engage. You always know what she wants it when she engages. When you engage, you have no idea. But I will say this. Puffy's bored, and I don't care what happens. When somebody whips out and there's yellow urine coming at me, you have to like that shit. There is nothing else. Like, there's no, you got to want the urine. I'm sorry, there's no other way. Like, just think about right now with the people, no matter how much you like a person right now, no matter how enamored they are, if they just whip their thing out and just started peeing, you're not taking that.
I mean, never.
Unless there's something else that you like in a relationship and you do like the money lifestyle. And like, again, like when it comes to Rico, man, I've seen women who sell bricks for dudes that beat their ass that go to jail. They don't get no immunity.
The tough part comes when, just like you said, they said the next day they had consensual sex. There's probably some good men or good women in her life who were, against Diddy, but you can't listen to a person when they're in love. You can't tell a grown person what to do. So how are we supposed to defend as men or whatever? So I don't say anything. I just I leave you to your devices.
That's all you can do, man. Man, that shit wild, dog. But I tell you what, though, you gotta come out. You gotta. Diddy's lawyer should have objected.
I'll never.
No, I'm not talking about the peep part. I'm talking about like, dog, the Tootsie Roll thing.
Yeah, I mean,
like, if Diddy really out here killing people, if Diddy really out here unaliving people, that's probably one of the ones he probably should have unalived. Like, that person can't be here. I need to know who Jane Doe is.
A little itty bitty Diddy. That's crazy. You workshop that one.
Duh, you know what? Bump that. 50 Cent post. 50 Cent made that one up.
Yeah.
That's a made up one by 50.
Ain't no way. Itty bitty Diddy.
But nah, that's our old heads be wildin' segment right there, man. Cause that's wild. We got a crazy cover up here. This man got a Cowboys tattoo. Cover ups are $160. Oh, wow. Yeah, you don't even need to play the video the audio for this. You just show.
I can try, but you wouldn't be able to talk.
Yeah, no, I don't even care about it. I don't even care what they're saying.
Huge tattoo.
Go ahead. Push it up forward, like so we can just see what the end is.
Oh.
Yo, that sounds wild. What she just said. Right. That sounds like a Diddy party. Between numbing cream and tag teaming, that's the only way we can get it in. Yo, that's wild. Don't be that kind of fan. So
That's
there's
pretty
another
cool, though.
Tank Davis fight set. Tank's not gonna I think Tank's gonna whoop his ass this time. Hopefully he doesn't go to the same hairdresser anymore. And the wildest clapback ever. And shout out to Slouch Nose Ball for this, but Kevin Durant, Emmanuel Achu, who we all hate, has said something. He tweeted something, and Emmanuel Achu came back. Hot take artists have ruined the sport. Football guys, no disrespect, but y'all boys need to stay in your lanes. You don't know what it's like between these lines, man. Give it a break. Dudes who quit football early to pursue, whatever. But it's not a hot take to suggest that JB plays a tougher brand of ball than JT. You're right. I don't know what it's like between the lines. And you don't know what it's like to take on Adrian Peterson in the open field. That doesn't nullify your ability to speak on toughness. Then people hit him with receipts. You played against AP once in your career and y'all lost while giving up 48 points and you didn't record a single statistic on your 17 snaps. Are you sure you know what it's like to take on Adrian Peterson in the open field? You know what? This is where Sheena, I don't like the way he looks in that. That's a badass suit. I just don't like him in that. I'm with that. Sometimes I love my African friends, but sometimes I don't like my Africans because he always says something and it's always counterproductive to the movement that African Americans have made comfortable for him to be able to come here. But Achu has a statement. He consistently has his different things that he goes on, and but fuck him. The worst thing that Kevin Durant could have done was even pay attention to him. But one of the things is when you do go around flexing like you're that guy, these things do happen. So on that note, man, I mean that's elite talking to elite. The only problem is the guy who made that comment probably has sat out for an injury for jamming his thumb on Tecmo Bowl. But other than that, man, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Make sure you go to mftkfoundation.com. Check out all these different things that we got going on. Tomorrow, Killer plays in his championship. So hopefully we're going to win. And bigger than that, what I need everybody to do right now, if everybody paying attention to this, please, I need y'all to do this. Because this guy is dope. I'll make sure I go look. I want to make sure we put the right things out here. I don't know what his fucking Twitter handle is. You got two of them. You got one where you just got a throwback picture up there, right, Miles? You have Miles Humes, and there's just a picture of you that looks like you were like 18. Maybe even you on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. But I need y'all to go and hit up Miles on the socials and tell this man happy birthday tomorrow. Miles is old. He's staring down 30. I mean, staring down 40, excuse me. He's staring down 40. He's about to be 37 years old. Y'all make sure y'all hit him up. Tell him happy birthday. Tell him happy birthday. He's got, I don't know what he's got planned. Trey was like, I'm like, Trey, what are you gonna go do for your uncle? I don't know. It's his birthday. I'm like, great talking, Trey. Good. Thank you. Appreciate that, Trey. I'm sure your uncle appreciates that a lot. But now it's Miles' birthday tomorrow. Kai's got his championship, got the spring game. we have to beat the team that Kai's playing against because I don't like those kind of black people, those kind of blacks. They're hood blacks that look bad, that look down on those who made it black, who the blacks they think made it. And I think they think my son is just, some spoiled. I think they think my son's a bitch, and I don't like that. Like, we ain't no bitch over here, man. We finna go out there and make shit happen. And they're very loud and they're very braggadocious. And I'm like, all right, we finna now we have to whoop. They were like, the last time they played, they tied, but Kai got all, like, the coach went away from what works.
Just give it Kai.
Just get Kai the ball. Just Kai right, Kai left. Like, you're over here doing shit that's way out of pocket, dog. Just give Kai the ball. So tomorrow we go, and then Kai kind of, laxed up. So I wasn't there. Like, hey, pull the fucking flag, Kai. Stop playing. Like, let's go out here and whoop. But we're playing at a different field. They got a little home field advantage and whatnot. But anyways, man, yeah, y'all make sure y'all go give my dog Miles. Tell him happy birthday. And then any suggestions that y'all have, I'm shocked that, I don't know if I can eat Texas Roadhouse again. I feel like I've overdone Texas Roadhouse. We have to go somewhere else. I know if I ask Kai, I know if I ask Kai, I already know what Kai gonna say. Come here. Oh God, I could go for ramen. I haven't had rich people ramen in a minute. All right, come here. You know what tomorrow is? Yeah. Oh, you know what? Your mind is in the right place. I love that. Your mind is in the right place. After the game, what is tomorrow, too? You know whose birthday it is?
Yours?
Don't.
No.
No, it's Tio's birthday.
No. Oh.
Yeah. So where should Tio go? What should we get? You want to take Tio to dinner? What should we get? What do you think Tio should eat? That's what I figured. I had a feeling that's the one I knew he was going to say.
That's a good advertisement.
All right. Yeah.
I really want it.
Well, it's not about you. But we'll see.
For my birthday, we're going.
Your birthday is a long way from now.
No,
so.
it's not.
It's in October. You're 6.
No, it's
now.
not.
Tomorrow you got to play like a what though? Tomorrow, what are you? How old are you?
7?
Nah, I don't think being a 7 is gonna get it, dog.
How about 9?
Yeah, you gotta play like a 9-year-old tomorrow.
10?
10 too. You can't play like no baby. All right, peace. All right, man. Appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys on Monday. I'm done now.